Hello everyone, my name is Angelica and welcome to my channel. I'm back with some new projects. For today's video, I've prepared 3 home decorations in boho style. I know many of you really like this style and I also like creating new items in this style. Neutral colors are always safe and good choice. So if boho is one of your favorite style, make sure to give this video a thumb up. This way I will know to create more of these kind of decorations in the future. And now without any further ado, let's get right into the first project. For my first project, I will be using wooden curtain rings. You can often find them in thrift store, used or even brand new like I have. To create my decoration, I will use 12 of them, as that's how many I have in this size. I start with removing the metal hooks. I save them as might use them for the future project. So all my 12 rings I will cover in jute yarn. Macrame cord will also look great. In my case, it's quite easy as the whole reel goes through the ring. But if yours is bigger, just simply cut off a couple of meters of this yarn. I start with gluing one end to the inside of the ring. I use hot glue, but this can be any kind of glue. I wrap it around the ring a few times and then again secure it with drop of glue. I wrap it quite tight and close to each other so the wooden part is not noticeable. Once I reach the end, I glue it and cut off the yarn. This way I've covered all 12 rings. Now I'm going to work on 3 rings at a time, but first I have to glue them together. Drop of glue is not strong enough to hold it all, so for better security and also more appealing look, I'm going to wrap 2 rings to each other. Every time I try to start from one side and wrap it the same amount of times. Four sections are done. Now I'm going to glue them all together. Then I take another piece of yarn and wrap 2 rings together from adjacent rows. It was quite time-consuming project, but definitely easy to recreate. You can use it as a table mat, a decorative mat / tray, or even hang it on the wall. This project is inspired by boho queen Babo Gigi. I will leave the link to her Instagram profile down below. Because it will be quite big decoration, I'm using air dry clay, which is more affordable than polymer clay. I take almost half from the pack and start rolling it into the shape of a roller. Once it's long enough and I'm happy with the thickness, I bend it into rainbow shape. Because it's quite thick, it creates wrinkles on the inside part, but that's not a problem, I will smooth it out later. I take my craft rolling pin and roll one side of the rainbow slightly flat. Then I turn it and smooth out all the wrinkles. To be able to stand this rainbow up, I cut its ends straight. Using wooden bead, I create pattern all over the front part of the clay. I give it the final shape and leave lying flat till fully dry. After 2 days of drying, my rainbow is hard and able to stand up straight. If you want, you can paint it once it's dry. My elder clay dry out to white color and I leave it this way. Next step is to create the fringe around the rainbow, and to do it I will use raffia. Fresh raffia is usually very soft and flimsy, but when you iron it, it becomes slightly harder and straight. I iron it under the cloth as this is my normal iron, but it can be easily ironed without it on the low heat. I measure how long I want my fringe to be and then cut loads of raffia pieces. I turn my rainbow and start attaching the raffia. I collect few pieces at a time and then using hot glue I glue them almost halfway of the rainbow width. I do it quite close to each other so the fringe looks fuller. And this way I cover the whole arch. Once this is done, I trim it nicely to the same length. This project is perfect if you like creating very neutral and boho style bouquets. These paper palm leaves will create perfect addition to it. I take craft paper and measure a rectangle shape which is 30 × 20 centimeters. Then I cut it out. This piece will create one leaf. I take its shorter edge and start folding it. Doesn't really matter how wide each fold is, only make sure that 30 centimeters can be easily divided by this number. Once it's folded all the way, I fold its length in half. To create the stem of the palm leaf, I will be using barbecue skewer. Using sharp tool, I create small hole exactly in the middle. So then I can push my skewer through it easily. I only push it few centimeters in and then glue it to the paper, like also I glue the paper together. Because I didn't manage to fold it exactly in half, I cut the ends straight. I open up my shape and make cuts on the inside folded parts. Just few centimeters in, but make sure all cuts are the same length. Then going from the top, I cut diagonally down to cut out like a triangle shapes. This way I give this piece of paper more of the leafy look. Once it's all cut out, I make few knots with my yarn just under the leaf. Like always, let me know in the comment section which project was your favorite. I also have plenty of other ideas in boho style. I've created separate playlists with all of them. I will leave the link to it down below, so if you're a big fan of boho style, make sure to check it out. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please smash that like button and subscribe for more. And for now, thank you so much for watching, your support, and I will see you in my next video.